भवन्ति नम्रास्तरवः फलोद्गमैर्नवाम्बुभिर्भूमिविलम्बिनो घनाः अनुद्धताः सत्पुरुषाः समृद्धिभिः स्वभाव एवैष परोपकारिणाम्.
Today, let us sit with one of the most beloved verses in all of Sanskrit wisdom literature. A verse about what true greatness looks like at the exact moment of success. Listen to it first. Bhavanti namrah taravah phalodgamaih navambubihi bhumi vilambino ghanah anuddhatah satpurushah samriddhibhihi swabhava eva esha paropakarinam. It means trees bow low when fruit appears on their branches. Clouds heavy with fresh rainwater hand down toward the earth. And good people do not become arrogant when prosperity comes to them. This, the poet says, is simply the innate nature of those who live for the benefit of others. Let us walk through the words slowly, because in Sanskrit the roots themselves carry the teaching. The word namrah, meaning bowed or humble, comes from the root nam, to bow. It is the very same root you hear in Namaste and Namaskara. So, in this tradition, humility is not an idea in the head, it is a posture. It is literally bowingness. Taravah means trees. Phalodgamaih means by the sprouting forth of fruit from phala, fruit, and udgama, that which rises up and comes forth. And notice something beautiful. Phala is also the word Sanskrit uses for the results of our actions, as in karma phala. So the verse is also whispering, when the results of your long effort finally arrive, that is precisely the moment to bow. The second image, Navambubihi, means with fresh new waters, the first heavy rains of the monsoon. Bhumi Vilambina means hanging low toward the earth. Ghana means clouds. And here is a lovely detail. The word ghana literally means dense, full, compact. The cloud is named for its fullness. And it is exactly when the cloud is fullest that it descends closest to the ground. Then the human line, Satpurushah, good people, from Sat, that which truly is, the real, the true. A Satpurusha is a person aligned with what is real. Samriddhibhi means with prosperity, with abundance, from the root ridh, to flourish. And anuddhata is the key word, not puffed up. The word uddhata literally means struck upward, inflated, like an empty bag blown up by wind. So the verse says, the truly good, even surrounded by many prosperities, remain uninflated. And finally the conclusion, Swabhava eva esha paropakarinam. This is simply the nature, the swabhava, the own becoming of those who do good to others, the paropakarins. Where does this verse come from? You will find it in the great anthology called the Subhashita Ratnabhandagara, the treasury of jewelled sayings. But it has two older homes. It appears in the Neeti Shataka of Bhartrihari, the philosopher king who renounced his throne and wrote 100 verses on worldly wisdom. And in a nearly identical form, it appears in Kalidasa's great play, the Kalidasa Shakuntalam, where it is sung by the court bards as King Dushyanta enters his court. Think about that setting. The bards sang this verse to a king at the height of his power every day within earshot of the throne. The deepest praise they could offer their king was a description of how power should behave when it is held rightly. Now let us go deeper because the real teaching hides in the mechanics of the images. What do the tree and the cloud have in common? Weight. The branch bends because the fruit is real and heavy. The cloud descends because the water is real and heavy. Fullness bends. And the reverse is also true. Emptiness is rigid. A barren branch stands stiff and straight because it carries nothing. An empty cloud rides high in the sky and gives no rain. So when the verse turns to human beings, it is making a diagnosis. The arrogant reveal by their very stiffness that they are carrying nothing, and the humble reveal by their bending the weight of real substance. Notice also where the fullness moves. The fruit bends down to within reach of the hand that will pick it. The rain descends toward the fields that need it. Humility in this verse is not thinking poorly of yourself. It is not shrinking or self-deprecation. It is the orientation of your abundance toward those who need it. That is why the final line is not about modesty at all. It is about paropakara, benefiting others. Humility, the poet is saying, is simply what generosity looks like as a posture. And then there is that quiet, devastating phrase, Swabhava eva. It is simply their nature. The verse does not say good people practice humility or struggle to stay humble. It says, humility flows from them the way bending flows from a laden branch. Here is the hard teaching inside that. Prosperity does not build character, and it does not destroy character. Prosperity reveals character. Success is a solvent. It dissolves the performance and shows what was always underneath. This wisdom echoes across the world. The Tao Te Ching says the sea is king of 100 streams because it lies below them all. The Gospels say whoever humbles himself will be exalted. The Old English proverb says the boughs that bear most hang lowest. And modern research agrees. Jim Collins, studying the greatest companies, found their leaders shared one surprising trait: fierce capability combined with deep personal humility. Psychologists studying what they call the Dunning-Kruger effect found the mirror image. Confidence inflates fastest exactly where competence is emptiest. The empty cloud rides highest. So let me leave you with 3 questions and 1 practice. First, when results last arrived in your life, a win, praise, money, did you bend or did you inflate? Did success make you more reachable to the people around you or less? Second, is your humility load-bearing or performed? Where do you act modest while inwardly inflated, and where are you genuinely bent by the weight of what you carry? Third, whom does your abundance actually descend toward? Name them. If the honest answer is mostly yourself, the fruit is still hanging out of everyone's reach. And here is the practice. Yoke your humility to your success exactly as the verse does. Every time a win arrives, respond within a day with one downward act. Publicly credit one specific person who made the result possible. Or move a slice of the gain, money, time or knowledge to someone who cannot repay you. Or ask someone junior to you to teach you something and mean it. Do this every time the fruit appears and the bowing will slowly stop being a discipline and start becoming your nature. That is the promise hidden in the final words, Swabhava eva. Hold this one line in your mind today. Full things bend low. So if you find yourself rising, pause and gently check whether you are empty. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
भवन्ति नम्रास्तरवः फलोद्गमैर्नवाम्बुभिर्भूमिविलम्बिनो घनाः अनुद्धताः सत्पुरुषाः समृद्धिभिः स्वभाव एवैष परोपकारिणाम्